You are listening to the Horse Radio Network, part of the Equine Network family.
This is Debbie Laux, and you're listening to the Horsemanship Radio. Thanks for joining us. Horsemanship Radio airs on the 1st and the 15th of the month, and it's brought to you by HandsOnGloves, the all-in-one shedding, grooming, bathing gloves. Born in Barretos, Brazil, horses are rooted in Waldo Franco's family history. The Junqueiras created the breed of horses in Brazil called manga largas in the 1800s. Waldo's passion for horses started during his childhood on his family ranch, where he would spend holidays with the horses. He also participated in a few show jumping competitions as well as a few rodeo events with horses. He started his Monty Roberts training with his wife, who is also a Monty Roberts Certified Instructor now. Today, Waldo lives between Barretos, Brazil's rodeo capital, and Long Beach, California. In California, he works as the CEO of a technology company, Broad PC. And while in Brazil, he spends time on his family ranch working and training horses as well as teaching Monty's concepts. In 2023, Waldo became the second Monty Roberts Certified Instructor in Brazil, and he's participated in the Horse Sense and Healing Clinics for veterans, the Lead-Up program for youth, as well as taught the introductory certification courses at the Monty Roberts International Learning Center in California. Well, Waldo Franco is gracing us with his help this week. We've been able to meet with him back from Brazil now. Here he is at Flag is Up Farms and California Horse Center, Solvang, California, back from Brazil to help. You helped a little bit with the intermediate course. You've helped certainly a lot with the Horse Sense and Healing weekend that we've had. I just got to sit down with Denise Heinlein, our instructor, who is the main force in Europe behind the learning center that we have, the Europe. And I'm happy to have you back. We've had you on the show before, but you have more experience now. You certainly have taught a lot more students since the last time I talked to you. And I wanted you to share a little bit more knowledge with our listeners, if I could. And I'd like to start with, tell us a little bit about why you got into the horse angle, because you own your own tech company in Long Beach, too. You're partnered with, and we're at that for, 20 years?
Yes. Thank you, Debbie. First of all, it's always a pleasure to be here at Flags Up Farm, especially on a weekend like this where we're doing the Horse Sense and Healing, which is my favorite program. I started with the horse because I just wanted to start my own horses, right? And I didn't know much about it. And then when we came here and met Monty, and we learned a little bit about the horse, and we took back home in Brazil. And when we saw we were able to do, we didn't know horse that well, and we were able to start, my wife and I, 4 horses on our own. None of them bucked. I said, wow, this really works. I want to know more. And then you come here and, you become addicted to it. You want to learn more and more. And then pretty soon you realize you want to spread this around, So there's been a lot of learning. We're helping along with other instructors yourself to have the new classes that were launched. It was nice to see the intermediate course launched. It's nice to see where the students are now able to practice a little more to get more reinforcement before they go along to the advanced course, you know. So they will come more prepared and with more experience, more training. The more you do it, just like the horse, the more habituated you get, right?
Exactly. And it's only fair, right? I mean, a muscle memory is best learned without any going in the wrong directions, right? Without wrong directions. And we were really worried that people would grind in the bad results from between intro and advanced. So it helps so much to have that intermediate practice and correction, right? Of knowing you're going in the right direction and really affirm it or not. And so I was really pleased to see all of you here, certified instructors, training under Denise, sort of, with her students, but also helping too. So it's very, the camaraderie I see with you and Bia and Miguel Lupiano was here, Denise Heinlein, and advanced students were here as well that have gone through the advanced course. So I was really, really excited for everybody. It feels good to see all that community happening, I think, too. This episode of Horsemanship Radio is sponsored by HandsOnGloves, where touch becomes communication. You've heard me say it before. Feel matters. These wonderful grooming gloves allow you to keep soft, consistent contact while lifting dirt, loosening hair, bathing, and massaging your horse all at the same time. It's practical, yes, but more importantly, it deepens partnership. We use them every day here at the Monty Roberts California Horse Center, and I truly believe every equine friend deserves that kind of connection. You can purchase your pair directly on our website or at HandsOnGloves.com, and I encourage you to make them a part of your daily routine. Better touch builds better horsemanship. You know, there's something deeply moving about watching a Mustang choose to trust. In our new series at MontyRobertsUniversity.com, under groundwork and foundational lessons, we take you inside the journey of training a Mustang to come quietly to the mounting block. Not through pressure, but through understanding, through timing, through the language of the horse. This isn't just about getting on, it's about building confidence from the first step on the ground. If you've ever wanted to start a horse the right way or restart one with kindness, come learn with us. Join me at MontyRobertsUniversity.com. Let's build partnership from the ground up. Extract some great knowledge from you because you're getting all this experience. You know, I'd love for you to tell us a little bit about this journey that you've taken with students, and what do you think some of your, I call it superpowers, but what do you think you feel the most comfortable with when you're teaching? What are some of those examples that you go like, this really resonates with people and I can teach this really well?
You know, we get a lot of different students with different personalities. And I think that for me, the most incredible part is like when they're coming on the first day and, you know, we say, okay, you're going to back up this horse. And they're like struggling. They're like getting past the shoulder of their horse. They're almost pushing the horse shoulder to shoulder.
That doesn't work, right?
That doesn't work. And then I'm there as an instructor saying, you know, I'd like you to be soft on the line. Just a little incentive. Once he gets going, actually move your body, be in front of the horse. And it takes them by the end of the class, the second day, or if it's a 3-day, by the end of 3-day class, to realize that. And when they do, it's mind-blowing. It's a world of, it's a great change for them. They realize what I tell them, less is more with a horse. They need their space. They want you to be soft with them, and they respond a lot better. The same way when we tell a person, breathe. And the person relax, the horse relax. But we had this most challenged student I ever taught this last class a couple months ago. And, you know, she was scared of horses. And then she would get frustrated pretty easy and explode a little bit.
Really?
Yeah. I can't do this. But it was nice to see. She went to like 3 modules. She did Monty's method. She did join up. She did long lining. But every module she struggled to a point that when she got to long lining, she's like, you know, you don't need to give me a certificate of attendance or ribbon. I don't think I can do this. And she'd go home and practice in the shower. And she did great. And at the end, she was like, I don't know what it's a cleanse looks like, but I got to cleanse out of this and I needed this. And she changed.
Really?
And she was this person that would explode, and she changed, and she gave testimonials how soft she became. It was the most challenging one. Sometimes I say, yeah, you go a little bit with her now.
It's kind of nice to have two certified instructors in the family.
But it's nice to see how people realize it's not about force, it's about intent and softness. And I think that's, from what I've learned, I think that's what gets more result and deliver the best, you know. Gentle, be gentle, and you get gentle horse, you know.
Yeah. But effective. Why is it so effective?
Because there is no aggressiveness, there's no force, you know. Everything is calm. They understand that you mean no harm. We make it comfortable to be with us, not discomfort. Yeah. In fact, I think it's probably counterproductive, right? To be violent. I mean, that's certainly something my grandfather never knew. He thought that domination thing. But you are surrounded with pretty traditional horsemanship in Brazil. How do you get around that? I'm surrounded by violent people, I'd say. Horsemanship. Yeah. But I think it's evolved a lot with being able to deliver and show with the internet, the power of the internet. Everybody sees there's a most people sees there's a better way, and those that don't, they'll go out of business. But you don't find enough humble people to come and take your class because they already know more or know too much, and that's a little bit of the culture. There's a lot in our culture in Brazil that's like that, but there's a lot of good, and there's a lot of people that are looking for that nonviolent methods.
Yeah, I mean, it's very agricultural, probably much more so than here. The average citizen, I think, in our area is not, knows where the carrots come from, things like that, right? We're getting away from that, and you guys are very much people of the earth there, for what I saw in the Barretos area, which I was really pleased and blessed to be able to go down there and see your area. It's beautiful. Beautiful, the setup that you have there, too. So you're teaching what down there? What's your goal for sharing the knowledge is to have your own school, which you have now built around Penn and you're doing, and longer-term goals?
Long-term goals to expand on that, especially now with more class to offer, right? More courses, get more people to know and see results with their own horses. That's our goal. Our goal is to continue working with the kids. We do the lead up with the kids. I still come here a couple times a year to do the horse sense and healing, and support instructors and the people that are willing to learn, regardless what they're doing with the horses. If they want to learn more, we're there for that,
Yeah, thank you. Well, thank you for your time. I know you got to get back to LA and you're back to Brazil in just a couple of days, and for a Thanksgiving in Brazil. Do you do Thanksgiving down there?
No. We don't do Thanksgiving in Brazil. We celebrate more Christmas.
Yeah, Christmas time.
Yeah.
Well, we look forward to seeing you in 2026. Thank you for coming and sharing here, too. And we look forward to all the experiences that you're going to bring back to us here and help teach.
Thank you. It's been a wonderful, wonderful trip every time I come here and work at the farm and do the horse sense and healing. It's being here with Denise, with the whole team. It's really nice. And Denise, you're always learning from her, so it's a great thing.
Thank you. For details about today's show, go to HorsemanshipRadio.com, where you can find links, photos, and more information about our guests. We love connecting with listeners, so please follow us on Facebook.com/Monty Roberts and Instagram.com/Monty_Roberts. Many thanks to our sponsors, HandsOnGloves.com and MontyRobertsUniversity.com. Be sure to visit all the other great shows on the Horse Radio Network at HorseRadioNetwork.com. Until next time, have many happy horse hours.